Hi, Sarah from South London Sling Library here. Today I'd like to show you how to use your Izmi Baby Carrier in the back carrying position. This can be useful from about 6 months or when baby's sitting unaided. And using the back carrying position doesn't mean you no longer need to front carry your children. If you would like to carry on carrying them on your front, that's absolutely fine. You've also, don't forget, got the hip carry position as well. So generally, when you are back carrying, your baby is going to be, because they're over 6 months, on the widest seat setting. And then the only other thing you want to do before you back carry is to make sure that you've got your straps set up as rucksack style straps. So click your shoulder strap into the buckle on the same side of your carrier. And then last thing, your shorter strap, which is the one which is your forwards pull, it matches the same colour as your carrier when you're wearing your baby on your front, is when you put the carrier on your back, that strap then ends up behind you and can be quite difficult to tighten. So we're just going to tighten it fully before you put the baby onto your back, because otherwise you won't be able to reach it. So relatively long shoulder straps. And then I'm just going to take my carrier by the waistband. I'm going to flip that waistband in towards me and I'm going to put it fairly high on my body. It's really useful when you first start back carrying, or when you're back carrying of any age really, to keep babies nice and high on your back. Partly because it keeps their weight hugged into you. It's more comfortable often than carrying them lower down. But also it gives them a great vantage point, a great viewpoint. And nice and high up here means that once they're talking, you can have great conversations about the things that you're seeing, because they're just here and you've got very similar viewpoints. So I've got my carrier nice and high on my waist. It's not too tight because I want to be able to move it around my body. I'm going to put it just here over my right hip. I'm very right-handed, so when I'm back carrying babies, I tend to take them round to my right-hand side. If you choose to use your left-hand side, that's absolutely fine. Just substitute left for right and right for left in terms of what I'm saying. I hope that helps. Now I need my baby. So this is Charlie. I can hold Charlie over the body panel of the carrier, so they're nice and central. I can then put my hand under the body panel and just smooth it up Charlie's back. Taking one strap in my left hand and one strap in my right hand. Some babies, in fact all babies often, actually they're quite adrenaline junkies. So if you're just working up to getting your baby on your back, get to here. You can then hold both your shoulder straps in front of the baby and you can play a bit of a game with them. You can do this whole sort of, oh, I've dropped you, oh, I've dropped you, and you know, and then put them down. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You want to get them used to it, possibly in stages. Some babies are fine, just go for it and they're absolutely fine, perfectly happy. Other babies are going to take a little bit of getting used to it, and by kind of playing a bit of a game with them at this stage, then yeah, it can be useful. I'm going to go all the way today with Charlie, so I'm going to use my left hand to hold both of those straps. I'm going to take my right hand, and rather than going through the carrier here, I'm going to take my right hand palm up between the two straps and hold them both there. I can then wiggle my elbow between the two of us, hold my waistband and swing Charlie round. I've got my elbow caught. Swing Charlie round to my back that way. You can see my right arm has already gone into that right hand strap. I can then keep the tension on, keep Charlie's weight pulled in towards me, take my left hand back to get hold of that left hand strap, keep pulling Charlie's weight in towards me and get my left arm into that left hand strap. I'm keeping the tension on because we're not secure yet. Get this chest clip done up in front of me, like so, and then I can trace my webbing back, get hold of the extra piece and pull forwards to tighten. What you'll probably find is your baby will do what Charlie's done and bring their arm out the same hole that your arm is out. What you'll probably find is your baby will do exactly what Charlie's done, and they'll bring their arm out through the same hole that your arm is out through. Some babies prefer to put their arm up and out over the top of the carrier, and as long as the carrier is coming up to their armpits, it's absolutely fine to allow them to do that. Tighten my strap on the other side, follow it back, find the webbing that's hanging down and pull forwards to tighten. There we go. You can just pop your hands behind you, feel where the baby's knees are in relation to the edges of the carrier, and make sure you've got the same amount of leg out on both sides of the carrier. What very often happens is when we put a baby in a back carrier, they'll end up with the body panel here on one leg and there on the other. They're a little bit lopsided in the carrier. If you find, come here Charlie, let me make you lopsided. Oh, if you find your baby is lopsided in the carrier, you can just pop a hand in under their bottom, and if you bounce, it takes their weight off the carrier. So I can bounce and pop Charlie into the middle of my carrier, like that. To get them off again, if you've been out in the park and you come home, you can just sit on the sofa, unbuckle your chest clip, unbuckle your waist belt, slip your arms out and leave baby and carrier on the sofa. Obviously you can extricate the two if you need to. I'm not saying you have to leave them there. But if you don't have somewhere to put them, we can just reverse the process. So I can unclip my chest belt, get my left arm out. I can then take that left strap up here to my shoulder, behind my head and between Charlie and I. Pick up my right strap on the way past, hold my waistband and bounce Charlie round until I can get a hand on them and get them down. There you go. I hope that helps. If you'd like to borrow an Izmi Baby Carrier or any of our other slings or baby carriers, or find out more information about the sling library and the reflux consultations, you can do all of that at our website, southlondonslings.co.uk. Thanks a lot and I'll see you soon. Bye.